Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Previously in Danganronpa, things got dramatic as two of our classmates were murdered. This video is partially sponsored by ModMic, a great mic to add to your headphones. More information in the link in the description. Now, on to Danganronpa. Alright, First, I want to know, are you guys really dead? Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Nice. Now, if there is two people involved in this murder, there is a possibility that one of them took the sacrificial fall. A type of person that would, in a sense, not worry about escaping. They're more worried about maybe getting revenge on the group or doing something else, or helping someone else they appreciate. Which makes me wonder if it is one of these two people here dead. One of them could have been an accomplice, easily have committed suicide to take away suspicion from the actual killer. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. What if Hifumi is in on it? Dragged Taka's body away. And then just walked in here and then died. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer number 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now, they're completely clean. If he was still alive, he could have cleaned his glasses so he could walk. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why? Nice. That's a really interesting clue. Could have this been used? It's a dolly. Doesn't even have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kinda awkward. If you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait! Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? Thank you for noticing, character. And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. There's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Well, it was used to move a body, probably, and it went through a pool of blood. There was some, like, tire tracks or something back over in the other room, so... They use these hammers. They've been painted. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall. Also, some more like mallets. Mallets. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Cleaning evidence. Let's see what else we can investigate here. Let's talk to some people. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died. Yeah, He said Hiro's name.
So in other words...
And there was no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide in his interview with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's a fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kinda dumb. Too many Scooby snacks, if you know what I mean. But that mean he eats like little dog treats. You know? But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
I can smell it. And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no. There are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that all there really is to it? I really think, no. Whoever did this murder is the mastermind. The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
What? Yes, exactly. Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as we're friends. Huh? What's with that attitude? But see, this is what I'm saying. So, we got the 2 bodies here, the 2 people murdered. Something's up with one of them, and I'm not sure if it's Shifumi or Taka. Something's off. And one of these murders happened in order to hide the true murderer. But the question is what? What happened here? But, you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Yes, he would have died on the inside. There are many aspects to this incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Am I allowed? Sure, whatever. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. I'm just gonna like read this for a second. Hina, Kyoko, me, you and myself. Oh my god, just referring to yourself, yeah. So, we 4 cannot be... Well, wait a minute. The timeline could not be correct. There could be a chance it could have been one of us. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. As soon as we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. We don't know if that's true or not, though. So, 7. Where was Kyoko at 7 o'clock, though? Being just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture we took, yes, Robo Justice. Robo Justice tried to Fumi away. After being able to Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costume assailant. Found injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. We leave the nurse's office. Then Celeste claims to see someone going up the stairs. But you see, it's a shadow. We don't know if it's a robot. And we went back on the 2nd floor. We split up. Then right after that, Celeste's screen, we see she apparently sees a robot on the 3rd floor. And they go to the 3rd floor. I'm assuming Celeste is with the rest of the group the entire time, but I don't remember. No, I think she actually did split up a little bit. That's what's wrong. So we can't confirm Celeste's story. So if Celeste is in on this, then she could be working with Hifumi. She goes up there, she distracts everyone to go chase after the other one, and then Hifumi knocks himself out. Very complicated murder. Celeste is upstairs. We're all upstairs when Hifumi gets killed. Supposedly, the first time. So none of us up here could have done it. The only people who could have done it are Taka, Hiro, Kyoko. And of course they found Taka upstairs eventually. Or Hifumi did it to himself. Let's see. So if I wanted to go to like really far out theories, then it would be a Celeste Hifumi conspiracy murder. Where Celeste kind of drags everyone around, misguides them. Hifumi conks himself out, maybe even hits himself way too hard than he's supposed to. And then to distract everyone from the murder that happens to Taka. That's also a possibility. Because if Celeste can't be there to murder Hifumi, see, then it would take the thing away from her. But this could also be someone else doing this too. Yeah, we pursued him up to the 3rd floor. Get back to the nurse's office. Hifumi's dead. We found Hifumi's corpse. The body discovery announcement plays, because we both find each other's corpses, I think. We go back up to the 3rd floor.
However,
You discover Taka's body, which was already discovered by Sakura and Byakuya. So the bodies were discovered at the same time. There's a very little time gap in between. We don't know when Taka was murdered, though. Let's see. Taka could have been murdered much earlier. And then they do the setup where Hifumi works with Celeste in the game room. Start the whole, like, robo-justice thing. She misleads everyone and gets it going all over the place. The only thing that would kill this theory is if you could have gone up to the physics room earlier on when you're exploring and found nothing there. Very interesting. Now, Hifumi's glasses have been cleaned. That's what lends me to the fear that Hifumi might have been alive. Brought himself up here. And if Hifumi's large, like, whoever moves that body is gonna have to be strong, similar to the previous case. Or they're gonna need something to move it, like the... I mean, I don't think they use the cart. Like, that cart's not gonna help you get the body upstairs. 3 flights of stairs. No, see, what happens is, everyone rushes down to check on Hifumi's missing body. Hifumi sneaks out, gets around everybody, goes up, gets Taka's body, Toko's knocked out, and then he moves it to the art room using the cart. Then he collapses there. Then he wakes up, conveniently, to tell us that Hiro was the one that did it. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm not sure if I'm spot on or not, or if I'm just crazy and convoluting this. Celeste told us she found the bodies and we all had the repository. Who was the first one to discover the bodies in the repository? Was it Celeste? Now, when Taka's body was transported, they obviously were careful about hiding the blood.
however,
Now, if Hifumi was moving himself around, he could have easily controlled his blood flow and made sure he didn't bleed all over the place. That's my theory time, anyway, at the moment. Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Because it was locked, remember? Now, did Celeste unlock the repository? Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? Now, Celeste is the type that likes money, so if the money was a motivation, that would be right up Celeste's alley. And since the computer went missing, that would be motivation for Celeste to act now, since their one chance of hope is gone. I was really scared. So me and Sakura stuck together. And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. I already knew that. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? If Fumi could have gone in and locked it behind him. I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. I think we're clear on clues. The door that Kina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository, so Hifumi locked it. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door designs that can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone to the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked and left, which is why it's unlocked now. So if Fumi comes in here, locks the door behind him, sets Taka's body down, and then when Celeste comes up, knocks on the door, knock knock, it's me, Celeste, he unlocks it, collapses, temporarily. But Hina claims there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that concerns someone. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. I think my theory is pretty good right now. Because the only way I see this murder working is if Hifumi is in on it. Now, Hifumi has a hard-on for Taka right now, we know that. And Hifumi also is very obedient to Celeste. So, you know, I could see him taking a fall. The computer's gone, he may feel like, you know, there's no reason to live anymore. Or maybe he didn't intend to die, maybe he intended to, like, knock himself out. And went a little too far. Toko. Jack, I mean. Jill. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Just like I miss Pokemon events. Justice Hammer 4. The weapon that was used to kill Taka. Why was there no blood on it? The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. There's some kind of tire mark going for the pool of blood in the middle of the room. It reminds me about the dollar in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Not quite yet. Tarp. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently too. Oh, that's not a clue. So we gotta go to the nurse's office. I'm gonna be upset if Celeste is the murderer, and I won't be able to max out their report card. Knowing my luck, everyone I talk to either dies or becomes a murderer. There's no peace for me. No respect. Let's see, if Celeste were to be executed, what would be... Maybe a roulette table kind of murderer. Still though, where's Hiro and Kyoko in all this? Celeste. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. Are you a murderer? The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When he disappeared, he was supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could have not been gone more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move the Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. You're really suspicious, and that makes me sad. It makes me real sad. Justice Hammer number 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. So I didn't move the body, but left the weapon behind. Then again, what this doesn't explain is... who's the Justice Robot guy? Well, the Justice Robot guy might not even have to exist. It could be a doctored photo that Hifumi came up with. Because no one else has seen Justice. Maybe just a quick peek into the fridge. There's a bunch of blood packets here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Could throw blood in yourself. Doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Could be a clue! It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too... Yes! It's a glasses cleaning cloth. Hifumi! And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood. He cleaned his glasses with that. Get away from the evidence! Ah, did you find something? Yeah. There was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. I'm on to you. You don't think I'm not on to you? I'm always on to you. I know what I'm doing. So, this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have. I want to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you meant to making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hero wrote us to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable. It left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things go ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
She said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? Yeah, this is definitely... Something's going down. I think Celeste is so bloody suspicious right now. I didn't think he'd go down like this, Taka. I didn't think he'd go down like that. It's just how it is. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Hyakko did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Are you dead? This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? cardboard box. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprint for something in. Oh, wait a minute. Some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait. These blueprints. The handwriting's not the same. Something about them bothers me. Hero has good handwriting. It's all a setup. They take the Robo Justice outfit, they put it in his room. Hero's probably tied up somewhere, for all we bloody know. It's a frame. This is a really elaborate ruse cake. What's in the bathroom? I suddenly check the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? This case gets really deep. Makoto! Big news! Big news! What's wrong? You found Hero? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Seriously. Like, that's mine. Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice! It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. They think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off the second floor as fast as I could. Maybe they knocked him out, then put him in the costume. We got a really elaborate framing here. Kyoko, and...
I mean...
Phew, man. I have had the worst day. Hero? Hero?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would it be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? I told you.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Now, if you remember, I went right to that locker very early on and found nothing. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, cross my face or something?
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden, without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind. Maybe we're just looking for the computer.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people might think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. One second I was asleep, don't know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well,
Let me out of here!
I don't know what's up with this thing. I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? Don't do it, Celeste.
Got it all wrong.
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whew! Free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a second. But you have to remember, Hifumi was in the art room before, too.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room, as well.
Is that okay?
Wait a minute, how did you know about the blueprints? In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
And it's obvious. The one who put this costume on went around attacking everyone.
Terrible!
Was Hiro. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up! Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean... Attacking? Blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. Be quiet, donuts. It's obvious. What happened here? What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume, but we don't know if the robot attacked him. So who else could be possibly the costume attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. While missing a bit, Ina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Exactly. It's not very easy to do a murder in it.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Ina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was never a guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then, there's another costume. It must have one that looks the same, but fits him.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hiro's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we knew it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Nice. But yeah, this is all a Shazam. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone.
Oh.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. But where has Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then perhaps...
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But you're quite protective of her, yes? That's because she's helped me out so much until now. If I were the mastermind, that's exactly what I would do to earn your trust. Don't worry, bro. I know you're innocent. You're just looking for some Scooby snacks, you had a little too many, you end up in a giant robot. Happens all the time. To me. If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I've figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, two people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. See, Hifumi hated Taka at this point. So Hifumi would have murdered him. Hifumi also listens to Celeste like a dog. So he would have also gone along with that. There's also the possibility that Hifumi might have went overboard and accidentally killed himself in the process. You know, it's supposed to just be he gets attacked, and then he frames, you know, him for the Taka's murder. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please.
Unless Shifumi's the only mastermind, and we're gonna have a post-mortem execution.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Fumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Which means Alter Ego or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I remember that was my original little questioning. I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
Oh, I know. That note. Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a home maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance. Actually, that's pretty likely.
So,
No, hold on. You could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really? I told you. Someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage? A chance to escape? Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket. Obviously the killer didn't move it.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us a note? I have no particular issue with what you claim. But if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broke, and that's why. Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. Remember Monokuma said, in this situation, the mastermind is the one you have to convict, not necessarily the person who conducts the actual murder. Which, like I said, it's Celeste. Unless it's a twist and there's Taka involved in there somehow. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
Oh, you're right. I need to look for the second scene in that note. If you don't film me now! I guess I better get back to guard duty. Guard duty, huh? I was gonna ask Toke or Genocide Jack to switch with me. If she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Yeah, I have a second. Huh? Are you gonna confess to me finally? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a light start on this one. I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping. But can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Can we at least go on a date? Okay.
shall we go? Hey,
So, Makoto, first I like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me, as
correct.
far as we know. Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
Dead men tell no tales. Except for, like, how they got murdered. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. And I guess we should head that way for now. Check them out. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies. Monokuma was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did. Remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? You did? I don't remember that. Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Well, I do dislike most of these people here. But that's not the point. Anyway, she said you had a watch.
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Oh, and then it tells you the time he was murdered, see? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. See? Taka gets murdered first. You get distracted by Celeste saying, oh, I was attacked. And then it begins. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it could have been broken at 6 p.m. I mean, it must have happened at 6 this morning. Nice.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. It appears to be gripping something. It's the note. Same note. You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try to pry it out? Why do I have to do it? Me!
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? You actually have a sense of humor, don't you? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's
So
body.
then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he left us a few clues of his own. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered here to the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Further, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hand number 3, which we found in the nurse's office. But we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. But does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that and why? So, did you find anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. There's a chalk on his hands. A wad of paper.
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. The other half of a note ripped out of his hand. Hidden.
Indeed.
So he tried to take the thing out of his hands, rigor mortis set in, wasn't able to do it. He'd stuff it in his pants. So I can only assume he hid it on purpose, you see. In his pants. Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. When I think about how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Fumi. I'll never forgive you for this. Say note. A note.
so...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. And he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? I mean, it would make sense that Hifumi is involved in this murder. He's in the loading art splash screen. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 AM. The note that wrote to Hifumi asked to meet at 6 AM.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh? Come on, Makoto.
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching this scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. It's pretty obvious.
Hey,
It's the obvious song. You sing it when things are obvious. And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may be a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Zingabonga, some for trial. I know, Teddy. I got all the clues.
Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Ready to rock.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem...
It's unfortunate. I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. And come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay.
Danganronpa.